Okay, yeah, I bought a $300 car with issues. But you guys took my 88 Honda CRX, so I had an option to get a 88 Honda CRX. It's kind of hard to pass up. I really hope you guys don't steal it, as I'm not in a position to really register it. The person I bought it from, he's not going to give me the title till he gets all the money. Even though I've known this guy for years, he doesn't trust no one. Remember that. I'm going to remember that. Over at my local washy shoe, getting myself some food. Oh no. Oh no. I think I just lost my pepper. Well, I guess I didn't need pepper. So yeah, $300. Definitely, it's got some issues. I noticed that the passenger axle seems to be, not axle, the boot seems to be twisted for some reason. So I'm going to have to take off that whole tire system and see what's going on. If need be, I can replace an axle, $40. It's not too bad. It's probably in stock too. I do also have a for sale sign on it for $1,000 because, I mean, if I can make money, sure, I'll try to make money. It's my day off. That's tech, not that, like it's really a day off if I'm working, right? So cooling sense. So this is what happened with this vehicle, is that it was owned by this lady. Her son was driving it. The vehicle overheated. He turned it off. They towed it home. He was unable to fix it, and so it sat there, and it's been sitting there for about a year, which is why the tires are all dry rot. Like, I did this whole walkthrough of the video, but that video just, I don't know what happened to it. Okay. Fair enough. And it's like, I get it, you know, I'm doing that same thing I always do, but it's a good looking car. And I have a brand new engine I can put into it because my red Honda is still sitting in the yard. So I figured if you all don't steal it from me, I'll have a nice little good car to do my pizza route in. I would like to leave it in that parking lot and drive, when I go to work, I can just transfer into that car and I can do my deliveries in that car, as I'm going to still be needing my truck. Having a car in town is beneficial to me because if I break down, at least I have another vehicle I can go to. Gotta say, the Washy Shoe's got some pretty good sandwiches. I know it's not what I said I was going to get, but I really liked my 88 Honda. This is better than my old 88 Honda. But my other 88 Honda, which I paid about $600 for, it was an automatic and the transmission was kind of shitty. This thing runs and drives fine. It's just the cooling fan wasn't coming on. Easy fix. I'll show you how to do that in my next video. Oh, next video about the car. I'm gonna come back in and work on it today. Maybe. Maybe I will. It's possible. Yeah, I think I might just do that. I got some time off. I don't gotta go to work. I'm gonna go fuck around with this car. I like it. Time. Super quiet. This other car is so quiet. I like it. And they already had to replace the main fuse, so I like this car. Beating my engine up just to pass you, so just go at your speed. Shame that last video didn't come out, but we'll do another walkthrough. I'm gonna go grab my tools. Alright, so we got the batteries getting charged and getting a little pre-work done. Doesn't look like the fan's working at all. It's not too big of a deal. Taking a look here, and we got some really good new brakes. And then the axle's twisted right there for some reason. That's kind of weird. I'm not really sure how. I'm gonna correct that. I don't think there's anything wrong. Like, it feels pretty good. It's not, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with the axle. I don't know why the boot's all twisted like that. I don't know how that happened. It's starting to break because of it. Because I was trying to twist it, but I can't twist it back. I don't really know how that happened. It's kind of weird. Taking a look right there, and you see that crack? That's the lower control arm. And when those grommets go, you get a pretty bad wobble. It's not wobbling, so the car is in a perfect alignment. So that's not too bad. The steering boot's old, but still good. It's still good. And it's like, that's the axle, and the axle's still pretty freaking new, so that's not a problem. Stabilizer bar grommets are deteriorating away, but that's pretty cheap, so that's not too big of an issue. Not too big of an issue. It came with all its plastics, which is rare. Usually these are all torn off and broken off, and like usually you don't get the cap cover for that and everything. Like, this car's in really good shape overall. But yeah, it's definitely needs lower control arms. And I was thinking it might need that axle. That axle might have to be replaced. But I was gonna come back, and when I have an oil pan, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna pop out the axle, see if I can get it to go in straight, and see if that happens again. If it happens again, then I'll just go ahead and replace the axle. It's kind of weird. I've never seen him do that before. Not even sure how he did that. Like I was wondering if the axle partially failed at one point, but I don't know how they did that. That's new to me. Lower ball joint looks good. That is a serious one. That's what failed on my last 88. That's all pretty good. Let's see if I'll start. starts. Okay, cool. The battery is no longer dead. Well, it might still be dead, but not as dead. Hi, puppers. Alright, so how you fix the cooling fan problem is you disconnect that green wire that goes straight to the fan, and then you plug volts directly into it. Well, it's not that actually, that's where it plugs into. I'm not sure where the other line is. Oh yeah, there it is. And not a lot of room to work around in these little cars. Yeah, so that's the line that the fan plugs directly into. Once I find my 10 mil, I'm gonna go ahead and pop off the fan. I'm gonna take the fan home for testing. And if I need to, I can bring in my secondary cooling fan. And see, it's like they were trying to tell this person it has a blown engine. If it had a blown engine, you'd see water in the exhaust, you'd see smoke in the exhaust, and you see nothing, right? So it's like the engine's not blown, it's just overheated because the cooling fans weren't working right. There's no way this engine's blown. No way this engine's blown. 300,000 miles. It's still a good engine. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's a little smoky now. I don't think it's blown. And then in regards to what it's burning, I think it's burning oil, not coolant. The oil was overfilled, so yeah. So it's got a bit of smoke, but it's not blowing. I don't see any coolant in the lines. Yeah, there we go. You can see it a little bit better, but yeah, it's like when you back off, you can't even see it. If you get all the way up in there, you can kind of see it. It's burning oil. I don't think it's it's definitely not a blown motor. A motor that burns a little oil, sure. I'll agree to that. But it's not blown. That axle's troublesome. Lower control arms kind of suck. And let me see. To do the lower control arms, I would have to I might have to replace the lower ball joint, possibly, maybe. It's not in horrible condition, but it could break during disassembly. I've had that happen. Overall, for 300 bucks, I'm not gonna complain. The body's in really good shape. We don't got any major dings. We don't got any major dents. There's a little rust here. There's a little scrape there. There's no broken lights. It's tinted. It's just weird. I didn't buy it because I had tinted windows. I don't think it's against the law. I mean, it was on a military post at one point. So it would have to pass. Yeah, it's definitely a little froggy for not being run in a year. Alright. I think it's a bad $300 car. Just got to get that got to get that cooling fan out. All right, so cooling fan does work. I did a simple switch bypass. Pulling the right way, you know, because the air is coming in. You want the air to come in. Very powerful fan. So it looks like they replaced it with a brand new fan to try and fix the cooling problem, and it didn't fix the cooling problem, and he kind of gave up. All right, so it's sat for several hours. It's running. We are good. I looked up that axle boot thing. It's a simple fix, but yeah, I got to replace the axle. Anyways, off to work.